Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be going over the psychology and the philosophy of kind of some of our worldviews. It's going to be some interesting thought forms that perhaps you may not have been exposed to in this life. It's going to be about ACAB, the acronym ACAB, all cops are bastards. You find this in the social movements of the modern era, juxtaposed with the RNA gene therapy injections. Let's get started. The 1% operate in a close-knit exclusionary group of ultra-wealthy, pseudo-governmental, private multinational conglomerates. Odds are none of us have ever met a member of the true 1%, even though many of us rely directly on what they have to say because of TV and social media. And the corporations, 6 or 7 corporations, own all of our media sources. Recently, people of color and their white allies developed the terminology of ACAB, or all cops are bastards, presumably because they finally identified the entire system of law enforcement functions against their fundamental interests. What our people do not currently comprehend, white and industrial multinational institutions are all bastards, quote-unquote, in that they work together as a whole to subjugate the entire world, and especially people of color. Let's look at Africa or South America or Asia or the Middle East. So-called white people, Judeo-Christian WASPs, only comprise around 10 to 20% of the Earth's entire human population, and yet they have controlled and demolished indigenous countries and cultures for literally hundreds of years unobstructed. Why? Why is the question. Looking beyond the fallacy of race for a moment, we notice the entire industrial mindset from China, from the EU, from the Americas, from India. The industrial mindset has extremely advanced public relations and marketing tactics, developed by the deep psychology of advertisements with the help of corporations like Coca-Cola, Tesla, Chiquita Banana, Nestle, and all the rest. Industry supposedly pollutes our planet and our atmosphere, and yet we somehow need their products to be happy. This is the manufactured mindset of contradiction we are currently experiencing as a people because of marketing and politics. While social justice warriors have deemed that all cops are bastards, they have not realized yet that all parts of the industrial mindset are also bastards. Social justice warriors claim to be fighting against white colonizers like Trump and Biden and Pelosi, and yet freely give up their bodies to the white-owned industrial complexes like Big Pharma, Big Ag, Big Tech. Why? Governments around the world have never provided any tangible improvements to the lives of people of color, or low-income people, or any people at all for that matter. For instance, the American government has not even been able to provide clean water for Flint, Michigan, and yet they have been able to somehow mobilize literally trillions of dollars towards the modification of native human RNA and DNA. Why? On the white man's Judeo-Christian WASP industrial-backed television, they say vaccines modifying your RNA and DNA are simply Trump conspiracy theories. Now we have arrived back again at the white man's industrial marketing and advertising campaigns and techniques. The entire agenda for instituting Trump hinges completely on the oversimplification of information. It relies on the oversimplification of information as mere conservative conspiracy theories. The very same 1% industrial mindset that has led to ACAB also created the dismissal of the thoughts concerning vaccines modify your RNA and DNA conspiracy theory. Industrial governments have not taught our people to think outside the box. In fact, our people are taught to not question the box itself, or even where the information comes from, or why it's being received at all. This entire situation is precisely how a person who is supposedly against Biden and Trump magically conforms to the global institution of self-imposed voluntary eugenics, what the white man calls RNA gene therapy for COVID-19.